Come to Dust is the first in a trilogy starring Simon King, a black fox and a young chimney sweep in Victorian London. As with most series, I started with the first one, intending to use it to determine if I would want to read the other two. Having finished the first installment, I absolutely do. My first exposure to Tiberius's work, I was immediately taken in by the charming Simon King, who as a journeyman in a harsh and difficult trade introduces us to a world of chimneys and young boys tasked with a dangerous profession. His likable and intensely adorable personality is perfect for drawing the reader in and quickly making him someone you want to spend time with. Working for a red fox named Alistair, we get a view of what life was like for these young boys who had to climb in and out of chimneys to clean them, often in worse conditions than those depicted in the book. Our hero is exposed to the harsh elements of life as he masters learning his trade, the eventual intention that he might one day take over. Alistair does what he can to see that the boys are looked after, and he provides a positive role model to Simon, although we are clued in early that his health is failing. In the meantime, he relies on his friends to make his days a little bit brighter, among them his best pal Avery and his lover Gideon. The leader of a local group of toughs named the Howlers, Gideon is presented in a way that makes it very clear Simon is gay at a time when such a thing was far from acceptable. It creates a special relationship between the two, as while it is never stated outright, it is clear from both their interactions and the way they behave both privately and in public that they know what they mean to each other. Rounding out Simon's world is the kind Professor Bensley, who takes a shine to the young boy, giving him lessons when he is able, and looking after him as much as possible. With just about everyone in Simon's orbit someone I enjoyed, I found the chapters featuring him to be compelling and couldn't wait to read about the next stage of his adventure. But of course, a book wouldn't be complete without an adversary. Alternating between his own chapters, the book follows in parallel Mordecai Crossbell, a caracal and a member of high society who stumbles upon a long-hidden family secret. The author does a fantastic job portraying Mordecai discovering and exploring his dark history and becoming the latest terror to plague London as it crosses the city indulging his impulses. Although the two characters spend most of the book apart, it is very clear they share a connection to the events of the story, and the sense of danger that is ever present during any scene with Mordecai only makes you care about Simon more. The story kept me interested all the way through to the end, and although I have seen some comments that the ending and perhaps the book itself was set up for the rest of the trilogy, I personally found it satisfying in setting up the next stage of the adventure. As someone that tends to think in trilogies, I can appreciate the dangling of a few open threads as well as the foreknowledge that this will not be the only adventure I get to enjoy in Simon's company. I found the final chapter to be touching and meaningful in a way that anyone who has lived the human experience would, I think, and Simon experiences such a rare and precious moment that compels him to keep fighting. No matter what happens, Simon is a bright light that refuses to be extinguished, and as someone who needs that kind of inspiration, I was glad to have been a part of his journey. If you like werewolves, check out my book Blue Moon, available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, click the subscribe button and leave a comment below. Catch you later.